First item, of course, is the famous Eurocopter. We have all this in the press today. 华文报要不要？也有新周日报了哈。Where the Prime Minister announced officially the deferment or the suspension, the cancellation or suspension of the highly controversial 12 Cougar EC 725 Eurocopter deal. This, of course, the first he has raised further issues. Firstly, he mentioned that the deal is actually 1.7 billion and not 2.3 billion, which is a contradiction of what the Defence Secretary General, in his statement which appeared last Saturday, referring to 1.1 billion for the Eurocopter tender. How did this 1.1 billion tender mushroom to become 1.7 billion even before a letter of award, the issue of letter of intent, even before the issue of letter of intent? How did it balloon to 1.7 billion? An increase of 600 million ringgit, which is a huge and a gargantuan sum. Okay, I think we have enough of this. I think I call on the Prime Minister and the Defence Minister to come to Parliament and explain this discrepancy. There's no need to wait for the PAC, which is meeting at 11:30, for a clarification of this, because this has been raised in Parliament, and during the reply, I would expect the Prime Minister himself to attend and to explain this discrepancy, as well as to give a fuller account of the this helicopter deal, which was approval of which was announced at the end of last month, and the letter of intent issued sometime, I don't know when. Let the Prime Minister come and tell us when was the letter of intent issued, and between the letter of intent, it must be only about less than 2 weeks, the deal cancelled. It must be one of the fastest shotgun suspension for a mega defence deal. Be that as it may, I will call on the PAC to continue with this investigation. And I'm glad that the Prime Minister has said that the PAC can continue to investigate. I think it is very important. After all, as the Prime Minister said, when times are better, economic times are better, there is a need for new helicopters to replace the fleet of 40 Nuri helicopters, which have already 40 years in service. And I think the PAC should broaden its inquiry to go into also have a full investigation into the history of Nuri crashes in the last 40 years, to find out the actual reasons for such high rate of Nuri helicopter fatality as compared to other countries. Whether it is because of a mechanical fault, helicopter fault, or human failure, human error.
That is defer the purchase. This is just postponed. The decision has been made, but it's postponed. So it's not the question of cancelling the deal. No, I don't see that. Deferment is not cancelling.
But wouldn't you think the public perception is, at the midst of this, controversy, a postponement, or this will, lend weight or lend credence to the opposition accusation that it's perhaps corruption?
That's opposition. I don't know whether it's opposition or whether it's public perception. That's not my job. Our job is to see whether things are done properly or not.
What kind of recommendations will you be making?
I wouldn't know until I see it. We wouldn't know. We will have to make up. I'm not the committee. I'm just a chairman. The committee will discuss.
Will the government have to pay damages, for deferring? No, I don't know.
I don't know. We still don't know because an LOI means letter of intent, just an intent. So not even an order. A letter of intent means just intention to buy. It's only after negotiation on the price, on everything else, then a conclusion is made. So then after that, if the normal procedure is, after you give a letter of intent, it takes time for negotiation, then they will award a letter of award. Okay, letter of award. We have yet to come to that stage. That's the procedure. So, even if letter of award, I don't know whether there is a compensation or not. It all depends on. LOI normally doesn't involve a compensation. Okay? And I'm told that even if there's deferment, if it goes beyond 12 months, the price doesn't hold. So, if you want to hold the price, it's only within 12 months. That's what we are told today. I'm not going to say more. Okay?
What is the actual situation?
You tell me.
Huh?
You are trying to tell me something. What is it?
What are you reviewing that for? I'm just wondering, what's the status now?
I think you are asking questions which you yourself should know better. Okay? We have decided to look into this even before the Deputy Prime Minister mentioned that the Cabinet request the PAC to look into it. We even decided before that. Okay? So it so happened that the Finance Minister mentioned that it's recommended that the PAC look into this.
It's quite unusual there's such an inquiry, right? I mean, is this because of opposition pressure to look into it?
No, there's no such thing. We were there already. The PAC was already there. The PAC already made a decision. There's no pressure for anybody.
Invest, confidence of, for example, Eurocopter that's entered into a, LOI with government. Wouldn't they, their credit, as far as Malaysian credibility, now
that's your opinion. Don't put opinion in your.
One day it's on, another day it's off.
I haven't had my lunch. Okay, I don't want the opinions to cloud our conclusions. Okay, let us look into it professionally in the correct way. Okay.